Right, hi everyone. This is rather special. It's a 54 plate Defender 90 XS. Now, it came to us from a very, very good client who had a slight bit of corrosion on the rear crossmember. So instead of just cutting off the rear crossmember and welding on a new one, we took the vehicle to Foley Specialist Vehicles, who we think are the best, and we got a genuine Land Rover / GKN galvanised chassis put on it, powder coated in black, so it would last forever. And during that process, we renewed the suspension, fuel lines, etc., etc. It became apparent when we were doing the job there was a few scratches on the body. You know, it was a 74,000 mile vehicle at the time. It's only done a couple of thousand miles since, so we thought it would be good to paint a couple of the panels. But when speaking to the owner, he liked the idea of painting it in Loire blue, which is a beautiful, beautiful deep blue / sort of purple that came out on the Pumas, was never available on the TD5s. You can see the colour is just amazing. I think this is probably the only Loire blue TD5 out there. I don't know. I mean, I'm basing that on my own experience and no facts or figures. So we stripped the whole car inside and out and repainted it. And when I say inside and out, I'll just show you the quality of the paint job under the bonnet, if I can find the bonnet pull. Just nice to do things properly. So there you go. That's the engine you can see reflecting on the bonnet. It's a lovely, lovely thing. It's very rare, and it was only. And sorry, I need to explain. The chassis was only done small bit of corrosion coming through on the crossmember, and the paint was only done really just for a bit of fun, which seems extraordinary, I know. But anyway, he had his fun with it for the last 18 months or year, and he's now ordered a brand new Range Rover and an Ineos Grenadier, and so there's a big change in the garage. So he's getting rid of the current fleet, and here she is. It's a really, really special Landy. So let me start at the front and work our way back. So everything up here is new. We've got a new AC condenser. We've got new Nolden headlights at 800 quid a pair, LED indicators and side lights, gloss black headlight surrounds, and these aren't the Britpart ones. These are genuine Land Rover ones, painted by us, well, by our body shop, in gloss black, along with all these bits here, and it just gives it such a smart look. Really lifts the whole front end. The lower grille, as usual, has been done there. Obviously the chassis is galvanised. You can just peek down there. You see the chassis. I won't show you the chassis number, but the chassis number is all stamped in by Foley, the original chassis number in the original place, so that's really, really nice. We then put new suspension on it, just standard suspension, nothing too trick, but also put 265/75 BF Goodrich all-terrain tyres all round, and they make such a difference. One, to the look, and two, to the ride and handling and performance. When you fit those tyres, you get a lot of mud splatter, so we put these mud spats on from Mud UK, and they've been colour coded in Loire blue as well. All new checker plate on the wing tops as well, and a nice stubby aerial there. All new seals, sort of furniture there. All the window blocks were done. It's just a nice job. We come round to the back. That bloody washer on these Mantec. I'm sorry about that. I need to try and source a different type of washer. They always go, and it just lets the whole back end down of the car. It's really annoying. So yeah, all the door hinges, etc., made. Fixed with stainless fixings. We've got double rear work lights here, which, excuse me, walking around like a madman, are operated from this genuine switch, but with a nice detail on there. So let's just turn that on. There you go. So you can see That comes on with a warning light, and you've got two supremely bright work lights or reversing lights, whatever you want to call it. They're really good for reversing and parking, etc. Now, as we're inside, let's quickly show you inside. So first of all, you can see we have the JVC doubled-in Apple CarPlay system, which is wireless. So we've got this little box of tricks here, which means you don't need to plug your phone in. You can plug your phone in, but you don't have to plug your phone in. So it's wireless. So you get Spotify or Apple Music comes up on your screen there, along with Waze or Google Maps. Really good. We upgraded the speakers, all speakers throughout, to Focal, including the ones in the back, and a Phoenix Gold speaker on the back of this Land Rover lockable cubby box, which I put a slightly bigger lid on. These are genuine Land Rover premium leather seats, and to match those, we had the rears trimmed in premium leather too. Now, this leather is of quite a superior quality. It's actually Muirhead leather, and the smell in here is just magic. I can't tell you how lovely it is. And also, whilst doing that, we renewed all the bracketry here and put retractable seat belts on, and also sourced a genuine Land Rover Alcantara roof lining. These are quite rare to come by now, and it cost a small fortune, but looks lovely. But what happened was, when you put all this lovely dark material in the seats and the headlining, these panels along the side here began to look a bit rough. So we painted them satin black. So if I get back a bit, you can just see the whole interior is this rather understated but high quality finish. And it's also got Focal speakers in the back panels there, custom Focal speakers. So I say custom, they're slightly bigger rear panels, so you can put the bigger speaker in. I don't know if you can see it there. So it sounds great, really good sound. I mean, look, it's not the best in the world, but it's bloody good for what it is. It's it's a Landy, and it's as good as any modern day car now. Also, as you can see here, there's the Optimil number plate, LED number plate light with reversing camera. Again, it's not strictly necessary on a 90, especially the station wagon with all the windows, but it's just lovely to have that pop up. You put it in reverse, it's wired in through the reversing light, that switches that on, comes up on the screen up front. Just super. Lots of little touches on this. I think there was £29,000 worth of work done to the vehicle to bring it up to this level. One thing, sorry, I'm rambling, it's been a long day. One thing I should tell you about is the fact it's been remapped, so it's got 165 brake horsepower, no silly exhaust on it, it's all nice and quiet and soundproofed actually as well, I should add. But to make the most of that remap, we've also got the Ashcroft Transmissions LT230 1.2 transfer box. To put it in layman's terms, it means the engine doesn't rev its nuts off on the motorway. And it's just much more relaxed. So all gears are now, I can't quite remember what the percentage, I think it's 18 to 20% longer. So you can get to 60 in third, which is unheard of in one of these. So you can bomb around country lanes in third gear, all the way from sort of 10 up to 60. And then, fifth is a really nice sort of long, lazy gear, whereas beforehand these were all very sort of revvy and quite unpleasant. The TD5 does vibrate quite a bit as well. Just little things in here I just keep on noticing, like all the bracketry in here I redid, and new bolts, and a lot of this was done by my own hand. So other than the Foley chassis work and the paint work, all the other tweaks and stuff were done by my own fair hands. So I know this Landy, like a member of my own family, and it's great fun, and I absolutely adore it. And I wish I could afford to keep it, but I can't. So give us a call, come and have a drive, ask any questions you want. It was done as a sort of bit of fun by a really enthusiastic owner who could afford to throw some good money at it and get the best in the business and the best parts in the business. and I think it's just a lovely, lovely example. Give us a call, come and have a drive. Cheers, bye bye.